Today's passage is Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 10 to 14. Plans to prosper. This is what the Lord says. When 70 years are completed for Babylon, I will come to you and fulfill my good promise to bring you back to this place. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back from captivity. I will gather you from all the nations and places where I have banished you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back to the place from which I carried you into exile. It can be incredibly hard to fully grasp and understand why tough things happen in our lives. Questions linger and remain even though we realize that we are instructed to trust God. We wonder if the world is safe. We question if there is still a purpose for our lives. We wonder if we will ever rise above this present pain. The discouragements that we face are not dissimilar to the young prophet Jeremiah's disappointments. He was writing to a people that would spend 70 years in exile. Verse 11 from today's passage is one of the most quoted scriptures in the Bible. Of course, God has plans to prosper us and not to harm us. Without doubt, He has a future planned to prosper us. But when He promised this to His original audience, it would come after 70 long years. Can you still hold on to God's promise of prosperity in the midst of your exile? Can you continue to trust, hope, and seek God when it appears He has withheld His hand from your situation? Jeremiah was preparing the people for a long wait. Surely such words would have been a discouragement and disappointment. Yet it is in the midst of their predicament that God makes the promise. I have plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. God's message through the prophet Jeremiah is clear. He has great plans to give His people a hope and a future. He promises that if they seek Him with all their heart, they will truly find Him. His plans are to prosper them and not to harm them. Even in the midst of the discouragement about their exile and oppression, God was inviting them into His story and offering them renewed hope. This didn't mean that it would be easy, but He promised that it would not be absent. Be encouraged today. God is working for your eternal good and for His ultimate glory. He has plans for your life to give you hope and a future. We can seek Him and find Him and rest fully in His presence. There will always be discouragement in this world, but take heart. God's plan to give us hope and a future will always remain. There will always be false hopes to rest our lives on, but ultimately they will disappoint if they are not built on Jesus Christ. In this season of your life, where are you placing your hope? Disappointment can absolutely disarm us, but obedience will always lead to overflow. This week, remember, when something doesn't line up with your expectations, consecrate your expectation to God and put your future firmly in His hands.